Okay, good afternoon. My name is Amira Alvarado, and I'm the Regional Assistant Director of Admissions here in Southern California, working with students from Southern California. And I'm excited that you guys are here today joining us for Premiere. And today we have Dr. Sayes with us from our Environmental Science program, and I'll let her take it away.
Hello, everybody. My name is Christie Sayes. I'm in the Environmental Science Department at Baylor University, located in Waco, Texas. By now, you all know Central Texas. Today is the premiere event, and I get to speak to you. Oh, here we go. About global scope and global impact. So our department is steadfast with thinking about not only the environmental health in our backyard, but also environmental health around the world, which is why we have a motto of global scope and global impact. If our scope for the work that we do and the lessons that we learned, if that scope is global, then the hope is that we are impacting the work positively around the world. The most important person that you need to jot down and remember from the Environmental Science Department is Dr. Julie King. She is our undergraduate program director. Her email address is right here. You can screenshot your computer or you can jot down the email address. If you can't jot it down, you can always go to the Environmental Science Departmental webpage and search on the faculty page to look for Dr. Julie King. She's special for a lot of reasons, but one of the most is that she is an environmental lawyer. Her doctorate is a JD degree. We also have another representative from the undergraduate program, Dr. Benjamin Ryan, and he is special for a lot of reasons, but he has a doctorate in philosophy, in environmental science, as well as a master's in public health, which make these two together kind of a power duo for helping you get into the ultimate career choice of your dreams. We are located in the Baylor Science Building. You may have already learned about this Baylor Science Building already. It's a really phenomenal place to work. I work there every day. I love going to work every day. And it really is an interdisciplinary building where interdisciplinary science, engineering, math, and technologies, all the STEM, all the acronyms from STEM are located. We certainly have we have brand new laboratory classrooms that are constantly being renovated and updated, multimedia lecture classrooms, and of course, my favorite part, state-of-the-art research facilities. A little bit about myself is that I am a researcher within the department. I have the associate professor title and I do teach a class or two every semester, but my primary position in the department is to conduct original research projects with undergraduates and graduate students. And so we're constantly developing new projects, writing grants, and everybody's favorite, publish. If you're interested in research, then certainly I can help you find a nice fit for your own interests into the variety of faculty members we have in environmental science and other closely related disciplines. My email address is at the end of this presentation. The environmental science program is one of the oldest environmentally oriented degree programs in the United States today. It began as a Department of Environmental Studies. It has since evolved into the Department of Environmental Sciences, but we also do a lot of environmental studies, traditional studies type of work as well. That's primarily where the BA major comes in. We started in 1969 and became environmental sciences in 2007, but we still offer both the Bachelor of Arts and the Bachelor of Science degree options. And it is fairly easy to be able to switch from one or the other, depending on how after you finish your first year, you kind of want to do one particular discipline over another, then it's fairly seamless to transfer between the BA and the BS in our department. Now, which is very exciting, in the last 12 to 24 months, we have worked hard to offer you 4+1 options. Known as a joint degree program, the 4+1 program enables students to complete both the bachelor's degree and the master's degree in 5 years instead of the usual 6. So you can think of it where it's 3.5 years where you're doing your bachelor's degree and 1.5 years, which you are doing your master's degree. It's a seamless 4th year transition. When you're a senior, you're taking both undergraduate and graduate students at the same time. There's two different programs we have right now. One is the environmental health science. So this is if you are thinking pre-health track, you can major in environmental health sciences in our department. It'll still ultimately get you to medical school or dental school or vet school or nursing school, but you can finish our program with the Bachelor's of Science in Environmental Science plus an MPH, Master's of Public Health in Environmental Health. What an awesome thing to add to your resume as you're applying for either graduate school or other professional schools. The other is a Master's of Arts in Teaching. So for those of you who have a calling and a passion towards teaching other people, you can major in environmental science as either a BA or a BS, and then be able to go into the Master of Art Teaching to get your teaching certifications and everything to be able to teach not only in the state of Texas, but in all the states around the country and around the world. Our interdisciplinary courses are set up mostly in the fields of environmental health or environmental law, with both of our majors, the BA or the BS, depending on which track you choose. You definitely, no matter which track, you get a taste of both health classes as well as law classes. And these will prepare you for professions in medicine, public health, and law, among other things. Our classes are quite interactive and applied. We take pride in our classes, making them very applied. Of course, you learn basic science like you would in your chemistry and biology and physics classes, but we're also very applied, like geosciences is, where we actually take the lessons and the basic foundational sciences and arts that we know, and then be able to apply them to everyday life to make our everyday life more meaningful or even better. And more safe, of course. So there's field techniques laboratories where we're out in the laboratory. Here is one of our professors, Cole Matson, in a swamp in the wetland, collecting some invertebrate species to be able to look at the effects of environmental pollution to these invertebrate species. Now, when we talk about this 4+1 degree with the BS and the MPH degrees, they are nationally accredited. This is an accreditation through the EHAC. It's the only EHAC accreditation in the state of Texas, which is amazing. And it's linked to both the CDC, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, and the U.S. Public Health Service. Public Health Service. The accreditation is through the National Environmental Health Science and Protection Accreditation Council, in which we have faculty members in our department that are members of that. It's a solid interdisciplinary degree program. Like I mentioned before, we have the 4+1 option, and the marketability for our graduates with a BS degree is really strong and very high, because you can market yourself as one type of scientist or a different type of scientist, or even in the conservation or environmental management fields as well. Undergraduate research opportunities are very important for our major in environmental science. And here you see a couple of graduate students working in the laboratory, but this could be you as an undergraduate student. Personally, I really enjoy and highly recruit environmental science undergraduate students to come and work in the laboratory. If I can recruit you early, like in your sophomore year, then that means by the time you are halfway through your junior year and all of your senior year, then you are functioning like a graduate student, running your own research program and publishing your own first author papers. We provide the highest quality education for our students. And in fact, we are the top ranked environmental science department in the Big 12. Go Baylor, SICM. And our graduates at the undergraduate and of course graduate level are highly marketable, making really, really nice salaries after graduation. And our courses are relevant for research and educational purposes, depending on where you want to go in the future. Our research is not just in the laboratory within the Baylor Science Building. You also could have the opportunity to do field work. We have the Baylor Experimental Aquatic Research Facility, known as BEAR. Here are some pictures of undergraduates in the middle and graduate students on the right-hand side, working with the aquariums. They collect species from area waterways all around Texas and around the world, around the country, and bring them to our aquariums, which is the middle picture here shown here. We also have integrated research projects where you can collect those invertebrate or vertebrate species in the wild. You can simulate them in our experimental field shown at the bottom, and then you can bring it into the sterile lab environment, such as the one shown on the left-hand side with Professor Ramon Lovato, who is working with an HPLC, high performance liquid chromatography, to be able to analyze the water samples after we retrieved it from the wild. Our research groups, like I said, produce a very family-oriented environment with postdocs, research scientists, professors, graduate students, and undergraduate students. And oftentimes you see us presenting at conferences. Here is a picture of my research group, along with Professor Melinda Coogan. And we are here with graduate and undergraduate students at a SOT, Society of Toxicology meeting. And you can see everybody's smiling faces. We love to travel with each other around the country and internationally. We also travel to internationally Beijing, China, such as shown here. We work with the atmospheres, and we work with natural disasters, careers in environmental science, fast-growing job market, and the government's outlook show a huge demand for environmental scientists and engineers, conservationists, and managers. It's much faster than average when you compare it to other occupations. More pictures from when we take our undergraduate students to China. We have a wonderful exchange program. Students from China come to our university in environmental science and learn from us during the summer. And then we exchange undergraduate students in our program with those in universities in China, as well as Costa Rica. Costa Rica's outdoor field camp, as you can see, Machu Picchu, and students studying water quality. We also go to Australia as another group, learning about the environmental conservation and history, and even relating to social histories and conservation of the barrier reef. And then law students, this is slides from when they were in Costa Rica for another year, but they also go to British Columbia. The picture at the top was when they were in British Columbia, Victoria, BC, British Columbia and Canada just last year. And with that, I will end my talk and show you my email address here at the bottom. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask me today or send me an email anytime. Amira?
Yes, thank you so much, Dr. Sayes. We don't have any questions right now, but we can wait a minute or so and see if anybody has any follow-up questions. If not, you're welcome to catch the last half of another session or get ready for the next session at the 30 mark. And if you have any questions about environmental science, please for sure reach out to that department. It's amazing. One thing I absolutely love about Baylor is how available the professors are, and just even as you guys are considering Baylor, they really want to connect with you as well. And if you have any admissions questions or need anything, you can reach out to admissions@baylor.edu or to your specific admissions counselor. And with that, I think we will end this program. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of the day, and sic 'em Bears.